So you might not have seen it, but with AnJoMorto, I made a live stream where we made this plan for a Peashooter. If you are interested, the link is in the description for you to see. But basically, we wanted to add the Peashooter to Plan for Zombies. We are no modders or coders whatsoever, so we just made the plan here. But if you are a coder or a modder, and you are seeing this and you see this and you're interested in making it, please tell me in the comments below, because I would love to see this come to life. So, starting off, Peashooters are the first in the line of defense. They shoot low damage peas and attacking balloons. They can't pop lead nor camo. Now the thing is, the Peashooter here, he actually shoots 1 pierce 1 damage peas. So yeah, the base tower sucks. But that's why we have the multiple other upgrades, starting with the top path. We have Sharpies, which adds pierce. Then we have armor piercing, once again, still with the jokes. And basically it adds damage and maybe more pierce as well. Then we have laser peas, which basically adds the laser shock effect from the Gatling gunner to the peas, but the laser shock doesn't affect purples. And then we have two-faced shots. So basically has the second Buccaneer cannon. It inherently has the repeater crosspaths that we will see in just a bit. And then we have Bloony, name probably not official yet. It loses the main attack, loses the laser shock effect, but it gains Dragon's Breath attack, but it can't pop purples. Continuing on, we have the middle path with long range P's, which as the name says, and the icon just adds range. Then we have repeater, which doubles the attack speed, just like the repeater in the PvZ games. Just like the repeater in PvZ games. Maybe 2x times is a bit too much, and so, you know, that might be changed with the coding and all, when, if it's done at some point. But for now it's just 2x speed, and the Gatling gunner just adds 2x speed on top of that, so it's 4x speed total, which means the Gatling gunner is 4 times as quick as the original Peashooter. Just Gatling actually, not Gatling gunner. And then we have the repeater. Very creative, of course, because, you know, repeater. That adds the ability, which creates 2 more heads that attack for an amount of time that hasn't been chosen yet, and then they disappear, just like and they kind of just go like like the superpower on PvZ2. And then there's Peter! Yep, Peter, yep. It has to be screamed. So it loses its repeater ability because it is now permanent. And it also gains the Peter! That increases damage for a limited amount of time. So basically, like the permanent charge, that's it. So basically like the permanent charge ability that instead of adding attack speed attacks, adds damage. So we are now heading towards the bottom path, starting with Gold Shooter. I love this name. So basically, when it attacks a balloon, it slows it down permanently. Basically, like the permafrost, maybe slows it down less because it's probably going to be much cheaper. And it can't pop whites, but it can't pop whites anymore. Then we have freezing shots, which basically turns the thing into a slower cryo cannon. Since the peas now start freezing the balloons, obviously if you keep it as a 1 pierce 1 damage and add the range instead of the pierce, you are just going to freeze like 1 balloon at a time. And then you have the third tier with primal knockback. So basically when it hits a balloon, knocks it back. I'm thinking more like the super monkey, but slightly less strong, but not as strong, not as powerful, but I mean slightly more powerful since it's going to be a slower attack. And then we have Moab Freeze. So basically all the previous effects from these 3 upgrades now affect Moabs. And please, can we get a moment to just appreciate the beautiful piece of art that we made right here? Like, look at this. It's just so unique and totally not familiar at all. And then we have track ice. So basically, when a frozen balloon is popped, it leaves track ice on the track. It's a 1 pierce 1 damage. So it's basically like a 1 pierce 1 damage pile of attacks that lasts 1 round and freezes the balloons when it freezes the balloon it pops. And track ice can't pop whites either. And then we get to the Paragon, which is obviously C.A.R.L, which stands for Cold Artillery Repeating Lasers, obviously. And so, yeah. So basically, it now has 5 attacks, none of which can inherently see camo. So this would be like the only Paragon that can be buffed, but it could only be buffed by the Torchwood Tower that we are also planning on making, which is kind of going to be like an alchemist, but only for like a buffer tower, but only for Peashooters. So the main head targets the chosen priority, and it has the Dragon Breath attack. Then the head on the back does all the effects, so fire, knockback, freezing, colding, and laser shock, but it attacks like the Buccaneer second attack and attacks slower. And then the 3 additional heads. So the first head can hit frozen and lead balloons, and it has the laser shock ability. Then we have the second head, which has the bottom pat stacks, and the third head, which just has a normal Peashooter 1 pierce 1 damage, but with 7 times attack speed. So basically the way I was visualizing it is that you kind of have like the 2 choices, like the Super Monkey. Bottom one is just like the head, and the other one is either the same as the head or target independence, which attacks closest, strongest, and first in this order. But so yeah, this was the Peashooter Tower. Links to this image will be in the description. And now, while we were doing the stream, one of you, Bloony, told us that he could make a mod that wouldn't exactly copy the thing, but would still be very similar. So me and Angel linked up with him, and we recorded and played the game to test his Peashooter out. So run the footage.
Tower really sucks. That's
Oh yeah,
for sure.
that's for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, we are currently with Bloony on Discord, and
Yep.
yeah, he's the amazing creator of this. Of this mod pack that is heavily inspired in our. What?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
well, we aren't playing with Bloony.
But looks like Bloony left.
Oh look, I attack faster.
Okay, Bloony left.
I passed.
This is okay. No,
It's fine. We didn't.
Fine, we
Let's
didn't-
just place a few more.
Don't you want to upgrade us? Oh, it's really expensive.
Let's just upgrade a few. Let's just get a few more.
It's really expensive. Like that's. Actually, that's the way we wanted to go. Actually,
What?
a base tower that is really
Bad.
cheap and bad.
And bad. Yeah.
But like it becomes good like very quickly.
Ooh,
Ooh,
a whole pink slicks.
Yeah, yeah. Like we said, not very good at beginning. Actually,
Yeah.
not very good as a starter tower. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a better starter tower.
Then this. It T-posed for a while now.
Hmm?
That guy that I just placed T-posed for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just outbuffing because it's less expensive.
Are you outbuffing there?
Yes. Where do you want me to outbuff?
Okay, we done.
Oh.
Lead.
No, the only no, only Bernie.
Why are you?
Lead.
Why don't you sell everything to buy the alchemist?
What do you mean the alchemist? Like Alchemist?
No.
Just alchemist.
Yeah. Okay. Actually.
Just an alchemist. Boom. Larger potions. Ah, we're dead. Well, anyways, this was the video, and I hope you liked it. So as you could see, the mod wasn't exactly what we did, but it was still great, and it definitely was a lot of fun to use. So shout out to Bloony for creating the mod. Shout out to everyone in the stream that helped us come up with ideas for the multiple things, and don't forget that both the image that you are seeing right here, with and without the descriptions, as well as the mod that we just showcased, will be linked in the description below, so you can access them yourself. But I think this was it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So, until next time, I'm Melbourne. Over.